Fire's going out.
Good, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. My name is Gloria Kitchen, and I would like to welcome you to these amazing read-in, the Great African American Read-In, featuring 28 of our amazing Black authors reading their own books. So on tonight, I would like to tell everyone, thank you very much for being with us again on day number 4. So also I'd like to introduce my amazing host, Miss Jocelyn Jones.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, how you doing? Mr. Kyrie Denby.
Hey, y'all, it's so good to be here. Today, reading today is my friend, my bestie, Josh Mccan. It's an awesome, awesome, awesome story. Y'all get ready for it.
All right, and yes, exactly. And I know Josh myself, so Josh, welcome, welcome, welcome. And it is all yours. The floor is all yours.
He can sing too. He can sing too.
I know. I heard him, child. I heard him.
Maybe we could get him to sing a little note or something for it before he.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Go ahead, Josh.
Hello, thank you. Greetings, everyone. My name is Joshua Mccan. I go by J.L. Mccan. That's my author name. Today I'll be reading my book. It's called Malcolm and the Midnight Monster, okay? Malcolm and the Midnight Monster. And before I forget, I want to give props to Randy E. Gray. He's the one who illustrated my book for me. So if you have a book you want to get illustrated, Randy E. Gray on Facebook, he would definitely do some great illustrations for you. All right, Malcolm and the Midnight Monster. It was almost midnight and Malcolm lay in his bed. Visions of the midnight monster began to roam through his head. The same thing that would happen at the same time each night, the midnight monster would creep in, giving Malcolm a fright. Malcolm looked out the window and at the stars in the sky, hoping the midnight monster would not come on this night. He knew there was nothing that he could do, but he hoped to not have a night before redo. Suddenly, Malcolm heard the voice strike, letting him know that it was midnight. Hearing the clock's long dong let him know that it would not be long. He closed his eyes and gritted his teeth, put the covers over his head with a tiny space to peek. Malcolm looked over the window and then over at the door. He looked over at the desk and then down at the floor. Everything seemed to be okay. The coast was clear. The midnight monster seemed to not be nowhere near. Malcolm took in a deep breath and let out a small laugh. Maybe this would be the best midnight Malcolm would have. Guys, it's very hot by this fireplace. It was going real strong, okay? Okay. Just when he thought he was in the clear, he heard a strange voice whisper in his ear. Malcolm jumped out of the bed, knocking the cover to the floor. He ran as fast as he could over to his bedroom door. There beside his bed stood the monster stood with long, sharp teeth and looking scary as a monster could. The monster's whole body was covered in fur, which would cause any boy to stare. His nails were long and his eyes were red. He had pointy spikes all over his head. The midnight monster slowly opened his mouth. To Malcolm's surprise, the tiniest of voices spoke out. Malcolm, don't run. I don't mean you any harm. I did not mean to cause you alarm. I just want to play. Can't we be friends? The midnight monster added in. Just go away, monster, Malcolm said with fear. As a matter of fact, please don't come back here. The midnight monster tucked in his tail, and the big scary monster's shoulders fell. Malcolm looked up at the monster and saw the tears in his eyes. Surprisingly, he found the monster to be a really nice guy. Midnight Monster, please don't cry. But you've been coming to my room every night. Can you please tell me why? I just want a friend. That's all I need. Malcolm, I'm a good monster. You will see. I know that I'm different. This we know indeed. But we can be friends if we just believe. Midnight Monster, you are not scary and you are pretty tame. I guess we can be friends, but I don't know your name. I don't have a name, the Midnight Monster said. He closed his eyes and lowered his head. Where I come from, we don't have names. Let me show you guys that page. There we go. Don't worry, Midnight Monster. There's no reason to fret. This will be simple. We can fix that. How about John, or what about Tom? Maybe even Pete. Yes, that name sounds neat. Pete sounds nice, and it's fine with me. As long as you are my friend, then Pete I will be. Malcolm and Pete talked and they played. Malcolm couldn't help but laugh at the things Pete would say. The boy and the monster had so much fun, Malcolm couldn't wait for tomorrow's midnight to come. And that is how the story ends. Malcolm and Pete became the best of friends. Although they were different as could be, a boy and a monster became Malcolm and Pete. And that is the end of this book, guys. Once again, it's illustrated by Randy Gray II. You can find him on Facebook. There's a meaning behind the story. It's about differences. There are a lot of people who are different. You have different races, different sexes, different ethnicities. So just because you're different does not mean that you cannot be friends with someone. So that's the meaning behind this book, okay? Also, I have two other books. I have The Twins of Erebus, which is a chapter book. And I have Magic, Friendship of Magic, and that is also a chapter book. These books are all three available on Amazon.com. So you can go on there and type in my name, J.L. Mccan, or you can type in the name Magic, that's spelled with a J, M-A-J-I-K, or The Twins of Erebus. Erebus is spelled A-E-R-O-B-I-T-H, A-E-R-O-B-I-T-H. And then Malcolm and the Midnight Monster, which is also available. All three available on Amazon. Hope you all enjoyed my reading today. And please purchase my books. Thank you.
Child, you done took over. We were supposed to ask you where we can find the books from. Let us add.
Again, in case no one didn't hear it.
Thank you, Josh, for an amazing read. That was so nice. And the illustrations are amazing. You know, Randy, I tell him all the time, he's God's illustrator. He is phenomenal. So thank you very much for sharing it and also giving us a recap. You did all the work for us. You done told everything. So it's like,
sorry.
You know, you told us about the hot fireplace too. I just went in when I heard that. Like,
I was so tickled at that right there. That took me out.
It was going, guys. It just went out when it was time to do the reading. I had to go on for an hour to make sure it was going to be real fiery. And it didn't work out, guys. I'm sorry. Next time I'll be real fiery for you.
Well, Ms. Jocelyn Jones, you have anything that you would like to say?
I enjoyed the book thoroughly, and the illustrations are just, Randy is just boom. Are we gonna interview Randy?
We should.
Oh my God, I would love to meet him. Like, he is just, I don't know, he's phenomenal. Like, the illustrations, man, they were awesome. And just the whole plot was very nice. So congratulations on your book. I love it.
Dandy?
Well, you know, Josh, I think Josh is wonderful. Josh has been writing and writing and writing, and he kind of stopped a little bit, and I want to push him on to write some more because them books are good. And the teenager book he got is about magic and all that. It's almost like a Harry Potter video. So, I mean, Harry Potter movie. Anyway, so, keep writing, Josh. The world needs to hear your voice. That's all I'm going to say.
2021, I'm writing again. Here we go. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Josh. You're welcome. Well, everyone, we want to say again, thank you very much, Joshua, for coming in and just being our Day 4 author for this reading. And, I think you're phenomenal, and I got a chance to meet you. I heard your voice first, and I was like, just to know that you're an author, I was like, wow. So thank you again for coming.
Thank you guys for the opportunity again.
And thank you everyone who has taken the time out to come this evening to be with us on Day 4. So we will see you all on tomorrow at 6 p.m. All hearts and minds clear before we end. All right. Have a wonderful night, everyone. We are Children's Island, where learning is a breeze. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.